Jerry, turn off the TV. It's time for the motherfucking Pope! Oh, Marlon Brando's here! Oh, no, it's all over now! Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye, MacDriver is here ye! This is gonna be probably one of the best masses that we've had here in the Poop Shoot history here. We've got a lot of viewers here in this chat already. I can see we got 7 people in this chat. You have no idea how thankful this stash is here, baby. This stash is here. MacDriverr's here. Marlon Brando's here. Mr. 200 himself is here. The fraud is here. Who else is here? I don't know. And we need, and Justin is here. We need to get an amen in the chat because this is fucking great here. I cannot tell you how excited I am for this mass here. Amen. Now, look at that, look at that, look at that here. So now we're standing up here because we're so excited now. Please let me know if Bernadette on the organ is a little too loud. If she's too loud, let me know and we'll turn her down. We don't get into that kind of stuff around here, so we're not doing that. So I'm actually very excited that Justin is here in the chat. And you might be wondering yourself, why? Why are you so happy that Justin is here? Well, Margaret, this is a monumental occasion here. And the new song just came on for the occasion. So I told Justin that we had started drinking again, and he said he wouldn't believe it. If you can't see anything, that's your problem, not my problem. That's a you problem. But he said, I only will believe that MacDriver is drinking again if he sees it on stream, if he sees it in mass. Well, brother, the Lord giveth, and I have receiveth. A bottle of bourbon. Now, I don't remember the last time I drank on stream. It smells good. The Pope is drinking again. Forgive me, Father. You have, the sins have been forgiven here. You have been forgiven. We got other things popping up here now. So we're gonna do a little toast here to everyone here in the Poop Shoot. That's some goddamn good bourbon right there. I love it. I've missed it. I don't know what I've missed more, honestly. Have I missed Richard Tickle more, or have I missed booze more? Well, we'll find out. We will find out here. But let's get honestly to business here. Let's sit down here, Margaret. We gotta sit down. We gotta get comfortable here. We kind of went off tangent. There it is. You can see my sexy self. You can see this. Let me do that. Hold on here. Do that. That'll probably make it a little better. That'll make it a little better here. So if that's what you want to see, your wish is my command here. I love it. And I love it. I love it more. And you know what we'll do? We'll have some vape there, baby. Let's get into these. Let's get back. Let's get to business here now, because we're kind of like off tangent here. And I mean, I'm very thankful. You're gonna need to chill your ass out. You chill your ass out right there, man. You're right into that here. All right, let's get to business here. Let's get to the. Let me fix my hat here. There we go. Yeah. So let's talk about the matchups last week. Last week we had myself going up against Justin. I had myself at a 17-point favorite, but unfortunately Justin won by 49 points. Not a good showing. Next one, we had Mr. 200 himself going up against the fraud. I pegged the Mr. 200 to win by 27.5 points, and he won by 56 points. I would expect nothing less. Gibbs won. That's very true. That's very true. The next matchup, we had Amanda versus Rob. I pegged Rob at a 1/10 of a point. Rob ended up winning by 12 points. Next one, we had Nate going up against Kyle. I pegged Kyle at a 35-point favorite. Nate won by 37, so he basically said, fuck off. Why is Eric only Mr. 200? That's a very good answer right there, Eric. That is part of the answer. He's the only one in the poop shoot to do it twice. Or I think multiple times, more than twice, maybe. But also, Eric is here on mass on a very consistent basis, unlike you. And that is why. Next one, we had Marlon Brando going against Jordan. I pegged Jordan at a 7.5-point favorite. Jordan ended up winning by 75 points here. No one cares. Marlon Brando. No one cared about that fucking service that you used to grade your draft. And he told everyone that you got the best draft. Well, buddy, we're looking at the records here. You're sitting at 5-7 here, so that whatever you were paying for, it ain't worth it. You should probably get a refund here. Probably too late, bitch. So let's get into the power rankings here. You take the next flight to the Vatican here, you're gonna find me. And when you find me, we're gonna have some of the Lord's blood. That's wine. It's Cabernet, Chardonnay, all the nays. It's the blood of Christ. We're having tomorrow's Thanksgiving, Bernadette. We're not having wine tonight. We've got bourbon. We've already sinned with the bourbon, Margaret. We cannot do that. Bernadette, get the fuck out. Bernadette, you stupid. Get. Fucking Bernadette, man. I can't fucking deal with her sometimes. Margaret, can you do something with her? I mean, honest to God, we do this show every single week. Bernadette tries to come in here and steal the show here. We're not having her. She's not stealing the show. This is the Mac Driver show here. The only person that can steal the show is Richard Tickle, and Richard Tickle doesn't come around here anymore. I digress. Let's get into the power rankings here, okay? So, coming in at number 10, this might be a shocker to some people because I believe this might be the first time this person has ended up at number 10, and that's going to be Amanda. Dropping down 2 spots to 10. Staying at 9th place is going to be the fraud. Excuse me if you heard that. Now, some might say, you know, the fraud, the name is the fraud, so she should be at 10. Amanda's on a very big losing streak here, so that's just really the main reason why it's coming down to that. Marlon Brando will go up to 8. Justin stays at 7. You do attend Mass weekly. That is also very true. That's very true, but you are a fraud. Okay, you just can't deny that, all right? Coming in at 6, jumping up 4 spots is Rob. I will jump up a spot going to 5th. Kyle at 1. Or Kyle is going to 4, but drops 1. Nate goes to 3rd place and gets up 1. Jordan staying at 2, and Mr. 200 himself going at number 1 here. Sure, Jan. Sure. I don't break character that much. I don't always leave my tone of voice here when I'm doing this with Marlon Brando. It deserved that. Truthfully. When you say dumb shit, you get the real person here behind the cameras here. Let's talk about matchups though here, okay? We've got some interesting ones here, I'm not gonna lie. So, we've got 2 people in the poop shoot that have clinched a playoff berth. That's Eric, that's Jordan. Now, I'm no mathematician, everyone knows that here. The thing is, nobody, including Rob and the fraud, are mathematically eliminated from playoff contention. A lot of that will change this week. A lot of games this week are must win for a lot of people in the poop shoot. Eric, the road goes through Eric right now here. The poop shoot goes through Eric. And speaking of Mr. 200 himself, that's who is the first matchup of the week. MacDriver versus Mr. 200 himself. So Matt, right now I'm currently the underdog at 124.39 points, going up against Mr. 200's 138.36. So I said this at the beginning of the season, and I've said it continuously, and I reached out to Mr. 200 himself last night, and I said, man, if you got money for pornography, you're gonna break 2,000 points. And I'm very sure that Mr. 200 himself will have a new nickname by the end of the year of Mr. 2000 himself. George Pickens is having a career year as well. I have Bucky Irving back now, finally. I'm not sure. I picked up Daddy Burrow last week, and Daddy Burrow is starting. Now, I'm not starting Daddy Burrow because I got the touchdown machine, Matthew Stafford. With all that being said, though, Eric will get the win by 27 points, and my playoff chances are well, nothing is given, nothing is permitted here. So, next matchup, we got Amanda going up against Jordan, a 4-8 versus 8-4 matchup here. Do I what, Marlon Brando? Do I what? Please enlighten me here. Right now, we've got Amanda pegged at 124.40 points or 70 points. I can't read my handwriting sometimes. And then we got Jordan at 144.7. Here's the thing. You like that pegged? Jordan has to now rely on Caleb Williams. Joe Burrow's back. Joe Flacco on his bench permanently. Actually, why he still has Joe Flacco on his bench is beyond me here. It's his show. It is his show. But if you look at Jordan's lineup, he has got A.J. Brown. Or no, not A.J. Brown. Amon-Ra St. Brown in his flex spot. And we all know a cardinal sin is you do not put a Thursday player in your flex spot. Let's talk about Amanda's team real quick. Josh Allen. Mr. 200 himself and I were talking earlier, and we were talking about Josh Allen, his 10 touchdowns. He's quarterback number 1. But if you look statistically at his games when he's on the road, he ain't it. He ain't it. Amanda also has a lot of Washington Redskins players on her team. I don't really know. Jordan gets to win by 12 points here. Next matchup, we got Justin going against Marlon Brando. 2 5-7 teams that are fighting for their playoff chances here. Fighting for their playoff chances here. I mean, it might be a fight to the death. It might be a fight for meth. It might be a... We do not condone it, no. We do a lot of meth here, but it's okay. So a lot of playoff implications in this matchup here. Very big here. So Justin last week, the combination of Dak Prescott and Jamari Tari Gibbs kind of played off for him. Both of them play on Thursday. Now, Justin could easily have his team go off on Thursday and be set for the whole weekend. Now, if they don't show up, you're not worried? I would be worried. You know what I really would be worried about, Marlon Brando? Let's really get down to the nitty gritty here. Get the nitty gritty here, Marlon Brando, and why you should be worried. You spent all this time, all this money for some website, some Temu website for your fantasy football advice. Willingly paid for it. He willingly paid for it. He paid for it and did not give the chapel money. You're not getting a rise out of me, maybe because I rose from my seat, but you're not getting a rise out of the Pope here. The only thing you should be worried about is your credit card statement every motherfucking month that you gotta look and see for that service that you paid for that told you that you had the best draft in the poop shoot, and it really turns out you did not. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, Margaret on the pipes is fucking killing it today, man. I picked this playlist for Margaret, and I'm fucking jamming out to it. I'm not gonna lie here. I'm fanboying out here. So, Marlon Brando, I don't think talk about you with Marlon Brando, but with all that being said here, Justin by 35. Justin by 35 here. You gotta worry about those. You gotta worry about them sometimes, man. Next matchup here, we've got Nate going against Rob. Nate right now pegged at 126.68 points to Rob 127.11 here. Rob's on a 3-game win streak. And like I said before, no one is mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. If there's one team you do not want to see in the playoffs, that is Rob's team. If there's one team that Eric does not want to see in the playoffs, it's Rob's team. Rob's team, though. Quarterback. Suspect. Justin Jefferson. Suspect. No, Eric, you fuck off here, my friend. This is the Pope stream. Nate, though. He's sticking with Marvin Harrison. I just don't know why. I just don't know why. I don't know why. He's got James Cook, though, in his lineup. And some might say James Cook is a great pick for your lineup. It is a great pick for the lineup. It's a great pick. However, look at Nate's defense. Steelers defense. You might say to yourself, well, MacDriver, what's the matter? Well, newsflash, buddy. The Steelers and the Buffalo Bills are playing each other. It's a double entendre here. The defending champion should be smart enough to pick up another defense that's not playing against a running back here, you dumbass. And he's out here going to be saying, oh, I can't make mass here because it's Blackout Wednesday. What are you, 22 years old here? You're married. Stay home. Dumbass. Jesus Christ here. Rob gets to win by 3 points. Next matchup here, we got the Fraud going against Kyle. The Fraud right now is pegged at 118.98 points to Kyle's 118.29 points. Let's talk about Kyle's team right here for a minute here. I will also be subject to this here. ETN, the man's a silent assassin right now. ETN, if you look at his, he's trending, man. ETN is looking really good here, and that's what you want this late in the season when that playoff push. But he's got the Packers defense in his lineup, and that is what worries me. The Packers defense, do they get sacks? Yes. Do they hold teams to somewhat low amount of points? Yes, but they do not cause turnovers. That's what worries me about the Packers defense here. The Fraud got New Orleans running back Neal. I mean, I won't lie, I'm a little butthurt about that because I wanted him because old Kamara's there. You got a message from Richard Tickle, so we'll give you a message. And that will come in due time. That will come in due time. You wait a second here. Now, for the second time in Poop Shoot history, this season, the Fraud has got someone on their team. Well, I have no idea who the hell that is. Greg Dortch. I don't even know who that is. I have no idea who that is. Kyle by 10 points. Actually, he said, well, now obviously it's another, well, no shit, it's another Arizona wide receiver, but I don't know. You can't tell me you knew who that was on top of your head. Kyle by 16, Kyle by 10. We call it that here. So, Mr. Pope Mac, I have a message for you for Mr. Richard Tickle. I'm all ears. The floor is yours. We, as in the Poop Shoot, are waiting for this message. He wanted me to say that he is sick of you picking me. He doesn't like the name The Fraud, and if you don't stop, he will give you hell. I'm so scared. Here's the thing. As an English teacher, the fraud, you should see the mistake that is in that. Picking on you is the correct way to make that sentence, you English teacher. Come on now. That was not a good message. In fact, we are going to haze you even more. We are hazing you even more than what has happened before in the past. You might even be nameless after this. Now, I would normally say, hey, let's wait and see if Richard Tickle's gonna join us. I texted Rob earlier today and I said, what's the vibe for today? I got no response. At this point, Mr. Richard Tickle's gone. He's never coming back. The fraud's never getting their name back. I wish Richard Tickle would come back. This is what we want. That's what we need. Oh, Bernadette, this is a jam here, baby. This is a jam. We need everyone here. That's what we need here. Getting back to business, though, I hope everyone does have a wonderful Thanksgiving to you and your families. I know I certainly will. We're eating everyone. We're eating everyone this one. I'm thankful for this week. I'm very thankful for the poop shoot. I'm thankful for everyone that shows up to mass on a regular basis. That is Eric, Amanda, and Charlie. I would say out of everyone in the league that you guys do show up the most, and I appreciate you. Sometimes I don't show up, but truthfully I do. I am somewhat breaking character because I'm still talking to my voice, but this is really me. I do appreciate every single one of you here that you do show up single-handedly here. I really do. Marlon Brando, I appreciate you being here too, my friend. I love you. Justin, I appreciate you being here. I love you too. And I know Nate is gonna watch the VOD. I know Kyle's gonna watch the VOD, so I'm gonna say I love you guys too here. I'm very thankful to have this friend group that we have here in the poop shoot. It is very good. It means a lot to me. It means a lot when you guys do show up here. We're getting a little emotional now. The last thing that I am very thankful for is that we always have money for pornography, and I'm very thankful for that. Oh yeah, burn it up, put it in the VHS, the pornography in the VHS. Everyone have a wonderful Thanksgiving here. I love you all here. We'll see you back next weekend, and we'll do it all again another time. Same place, same channel, same bat time. MacDriverr's out. I love you all.